Hey everyone, I am still working on getting my Twitch account back, but I am working on a new account that is getting there. I have Underground, everything but half cash. I'm gonna save those for doing them all at once. Underground Cornfield, I ended up freaking selling because I was doing the no harvest achievement and leaked, but I'll get the black border for that. Um, Pretty much getting all the first four done, and then High Finance and Peninsula I'll work towards, and then Pat's Pond will be next. Hopefully by the end of the week, maybe the next episode will be up, depending on if I can get my account back soon, or if I have to grind this one back to where I was. But today we're not doing that. We're doing a BTD6 Heroes tier list, and we're gonna go ahead and use 5 tiers. We have, I think it's 17 heroes in the game, so everything should get a category. Uh, and here's the tiers. We have goated tier. These are, in my opinion, the best heroes, or at least my favorite to use. Um, Heroes that I think have a lot of utility, that are very strong in this current state. I think we're in update like 53 or something like that. March 2026 is the timestamp for when this is being recorded. Fun to use are heroes that I think are good, serviceable. Um, Maybe not the best, but I personally enjoy. And then in the fine tier are heroes that I think are all right. They could maybe good, but I don't use them very much for whatever reasons, or uh, maybe just mediocre in terms of strength. And then we have not my favorite, which are ones that I don't use very often, may not be the strongest. Um, and then we have the bottom tier. Uh, I don't know if I'll really put any in this tier, maybe one or two, but these are probably my least favorite heroes in the game by far. Um, Ones that I don't think really have much use and or are just a pain in the ass to use. So this tier list might make some people mad because uh, Corvus is not going to go in the goated tier, even though he is objectively the best hero in the game. I don't like doing micro and sweating uh, super hard for a strategy that could be beaten a different way, or a strategy that could beat a map in a different way. So we are going to start with Adora. I guess I'll just go in order of how they appear in the tier list. I think these are alphabetically, and then I had to add these three because they weren't released when this tier list was made. So we'll start with Adora. Um, Adora's honestly fine. Um, she is a damage hero, which I like. She has a pretty good early to mid game, and then the late game gets a little bit technical with like the super monkey and the sacrifices and all that. So when it's used properly, it's a very good hero, and I like her. I use her from time to time. She's not my favorite, but she's also not my least favorite. I think she's deserving of a spot right here in the middle. So we'll put Adora in the fine tier. You could also take this as the S tier, A, B, C, and F. So I'll put her in the B tier, I suppose. She's an alright hero. She's kind of middle of the pack, in my opinion. Now we have Benjamin. If we're rating this in terms of chimps, which I'm not, I'm kind of just rating this in terms of overall usage. Uh, if we're talking about chimps, obviously he's going in the bottom tier, but we're not. We're talking about just overall usage. And I really like Ben. I use him to get a lot of medals. I think that he is incredibly good. I think that he just helps you get an overall head start on any medal, any maps that isn't on Chimps mode. And I want to put him in fun to use. I don't think he's goated just because of the fact that Chimps mode exists. But yeah, he's fun to use. He's very helpful in terms of getting medals. He's generally the first hero that I unlock when I have the monkey money for it. And he is going to go in the fun to use or the A tier. Next up is Churchill. I'm not going to lie, he's not my favorite. I know he's very good, he's just expensive, and I like getting my heroes down as early as possible. So when you're running strategies that don't allow you to get Churchill until like round 20 or 25 or later, it's just not uh, a hero I'm going to use. So with his base cost being so expensive, he is going to go down for me. I do know how strong he is. He's very good in late game of chimps runs and late game of just overall runs. But again, this is my tier list. I don't use him a lot. I'm gonna skip this ad. Oh, I can't. That's cool. Yeah, I just don't use him a lot, and I don't think that he is worthy of being in the I hate you tier because I don't hate him. I know he's a good hero. I don't use him hardly ever, and he's not my favorite. So that's my rating for Churchill. Now we have the little French guy, ETN. And if you saw my video on high finance, my uh, opinion of him went from mediocre to very high in the span of making one video. Because he has the UCAV, he has the universal camo. I think he's super awesome. And I'm kind of debating, do I put him in goated or fun to use? I'm trying to think of how many heroes I will have in the goated tier, and it might be quite a bit. So for now, I'll put him in fun to use. I think I'll put him at the top. He just makes things easy and simple, and that's kind of what I like when playing BTD6. If you want to not have to worry about camo detection the entirety of your run, get ETN and just throw him down, and you're good to go. Um, So yeah, we'll put him in fun to use. I don't think he's quite worthy of goated tier. I know in the past power creep has made him fall out of meta relevance, but he's very enjoyable and I think he's fun to use. So I think this is a fitting tier for him. Next up we have Brickle. I'm not gonna lie, for the longest time I did not realize that this was a woman, but it makes sense. She has those like dreadlocks or whatever that like gray hair is. Um, But yeah, so Brickle, you can only use her in water, but that doesn't really matter. Most tracks have water, and then most tracks that are only land, or I guess maps, they're not tracks. Most maps that are only land, there are pretty good land heroes that can get the job done. It's not going to affect my rating. You know, you have land heroes and water heroes. Um, but Brickle's good. Brickle's very good. I really like her synergy with the sub and the boat and the new water monkeys, I suppose, which is the ice monkey and the mer monkey. I'm saying ice monkey being a new water tower because it just recently, or I guess in the last year or two, got the ability to be placed on water. But I think Brickle's good. I think Is she goated? Or is she fun to use? I mean, she's not really the most fun to use because you just plop her down and then you just use your ability when you need her to boost your water tower's damage. I think she is goated. I think she's goated. She's a very, very good hero. Very good synergy with water towers. Makes maps like Peninsula and Spice Islands and Flooded Valley very achievable and relatively easy when used properly. So I think she is goated. I think she's a very good hero. And now we have Azili. Again, Azili is not my favorite. She's a very good late game, but the thing is, she's not good early game. She's kind of clank. She's just kind of clunky mid game because if you're not on chimps, you have to use the totems to make her good, make your towers good, and um, that's just kind of annoying in my opinion. And then if you use her on chimps maps, even like on advanced maps, it's not even a guarantee that you have the hex by round 100 to take out the bad. So on some expert maps, if you don't need a hero to carry you through the mid game, she's usable. I just think she's kind of techy and hard to use. So in that way, she is not my favorite. Next up, we have Geraldo. Geraldo's just going straight up in goated tier. His shop allows you to have so much flexibility in all stages of the game. He's not great early game, but he very quickly makes up for that in his mid game and late game utility. If you need help for round 63, you just throw down some glue and it slows down all of the ceramics that come. If you need help on round 76, you can use glue again, or you can use the Blade Maelstrom or Blade Trap, and it just totally wipes it out in one round. He's super, super, super helpful. He can give any tower camo detection. He can give any tower that doesn't use magic extra pierce, and he's just the overall all around utility hero. And I mean, he's just goated for that. No amount of nerfs can make him irrelevant. I think Ninja Kiwi maybe made a slight mistake putting him in the game because he's so, so good. But yeah, he's goated and he probably always will be. Next up is Gwen. Gwen is a hero that I will probably just put in the fine tier. That is because she's good. She's not great. She is probably middle of the pack in terms of heroes. Um, she has some good utility with her abilities. Her abilities are pretty good, and then the heated up passive ability can make your towers pretty strong. I find myself using her now and then, not all the time, but she's definitely not one of my least used heroes. Um, but yeah, not much to say about her. She's decent early game, she's good mid game, and decent late game. She's pretty balanced and always has been, so I'll put her in the fine tier. And next up we have Striker Jones. Honestly, another one that I think I'll just throw in the fine tier. He is fun to use, so actually maybe he does go in the fun to use tier. And yeah, he's pretty fun to use just for the sole fact that he's only used in certain strategies, I guess, with bombs and mortars. But he's been reworked over the past few patch notes, I guess, just in select ones. But he now gives all towers pierce for one of his levels, and he is decent in the early game. He got buffed to do 2 damage with his cannon attack weapon. He used to be really, really bad and used like as a support for bombs and mortars exclusively, but Ninja Kiwi has made him viable in more ways than just that. He is extremely fun when you put him in strategies that revolve around bomb shooters, and he can just make some maps really, really easy. So I think he's fun to use. I don't find myself using him all the time, but every now and then, if I see I have Striker Jones, I'll just boot him up and use him with some bomb shooters. You just have to get through the early game, and then you just spam recursives and mid path, and you just destroy everything. But yeah, Striker's pretty fun. You could honestly put him in any tier that's not the bottom, and honestly, I don't think he's goated. But yeah, he's fun to use. He gets the job done and he makes it enjoyable. So next up we have Oben, and Oben personally is my favorite hero. He always has been my favorite hero ever since release because I don't know if you guys know this, but on release he was actually cheap enough to be used to start chimps, and he just made the early game so easy. And his wall of trees is awesome. It's just like a barrier that you can put in the middle of any map, and it will make sure that balloons don't get through for quite some time. He also buffs up magic monkeys, which I love magic monkeys. He makes early game easy, he makes mid game easy. If you need camo detection, you just throw down his brambles, takes care around 24 and 33. He's just the all around like utility hero in terms of support, damage, abilities. Like everything is useful with him, and every upgrade you're getting something useful. So I'm putting him in goated. This may be personal bias, but he is such an awesome hero, and he's always been usable. He's always very good in certain strategies with Magic Monkeys, and if you're ever in Magic Monkeys only, you want to use Oben. He just makes everything so easy. I think he's like Striker Jones, but he plays to his niche way better. So I'm gonna put Oben in goated. Again, this is my tier list, so if you disagree, that's fair. But I think he is the GOAT. Maybe the GOAT of all GOATs, arguably with Geraldo and one of these remaining heroes that will be talked about soon. Next up, we have Pat Fusty, and again, I know he's good. I know his rally roar is very, very strong, but he's just not my favorite. I don't use him hardly at all. I just don't like the fact that he doesn't have much range. Um, and really that kind of puts me off from using him. He's good. He has the Moab knockback effect, which is really cool. I just feel like if you are using him for that, you can just get Moab presses because you're not going to need that ability until later in the game anyway. And there's so many support towers that can just do the same thing he does. His level 3 is kind of the same as Brickle, and he can be placed on land or water. So if you're going to use a water map with Pat Fusty as your hero, just use Brickle. And if you're using him on land, I mean, there's just other heroes that perform better. I just think he's outclassed by so much that he isn't the best, and he doesn't really have much of a niche either. So I'm going to put him in not my favorites. I hope that doesn't offend too many people, but if it does, sorry, it's my list. All right, we got Psy. I think I'm just gonna plop Saya in, or plop Sai up here in fun to use. He's pretty good. He has global map range, which is awesome. If you are on geared, you probably want to use him because it just makes the round 40 super easy. He can, uh, what's the word? Actually, I'm gonna pull this up here. What is the word that he does? He can vibrate. Yeah, his vibrations take out balloons, but he can take out ceramics later in the game, Moabs, BFBs. His scream makes 98 easy because once you pop the ZOMGs, you can just scream the BFBs. He's a very good hero, and honestly, I think he's a little bit underrated. I know a lot of the pros know his utility is very good, but yeah, he's fun to use. I use him from time to time, and he never disappoints. So I'm gonna put him in fun to use. Next up is Quincy. Um, I know the memes. He never misses. His voice lines are really annoying. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that might piss some people off. He's cheap. You can start with him in chimps. I mean, he's not super good on like advanced and expert maps for chimps, but you use him on Infernal. And he just makes Infernal really easy. And he's cheap. He's the OG. He has good abilities. He is useful. He's a damage hero. Um, he's just fine. He gets the job done if you use him. He's not gonna be the worst, but he's also not very good. And I definitely use Quincy more than these three heroes. So it's got to count for something. Next up is Sada, just instantly engoated. Sada is amazing. I think this is where Ninja Kiwi got a hero with minimal range right. They did everything right with Sada. If you're gonna make a hero have little range, either make her a really good support option or make her a really good damage option. And Sada's really good early game. She's cheap. She's great mid game. You can buff her up with the Alchemist. She's good late game. I mean, she kind of falls off late game, but she just makes the early game so easy. Her level 3 ability is so amazing. It makes the Moab insides not a problem. It makes round 63 not a problem because when you have Sada, by round 63 you have level 10. What you do is on the first ceramic wave you use level 3, the second ceramic wave you use level 10, the third ceramic wave you use level 3, and pretty much no matter what your defense is, you're going to take it out. It makes 76 easy, 78 easy, and it just makes most of your chimps runs super easy. And it can get difficult on multi-lane maps, but even then, you can make it work. So I think Sada's goated. Greatest hero in the game when it comes to one lane maps, and has utility in other maps as well. So, incredible hero. I use her so much, and yeah, she just makes getting medals easy. Next up is Corvus, and I briefly touched on Corvus earlier in the video. I hate him. 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 I think he is the worst. He's an incredible hero, and that kind of plays into why I hate him so much. Why are you going to make the best, and I guess it makes sense, but you're going to make the best hero in the game incredibly micro intensive. You're just going to have to spam the restoration ability or whatever, the one that harvests the balloons and gives him mana and stuff for using spells. It's just annoying. It's clunky. It's tedious. It's like if you use Corvus and I think okay, well, I just turned my headset off. Well, my headset turned off because there's no noise coming into it. So, um, that was I was not expecting that. Okay, well, um, it's just if you use Corvus, you're a tryhard. If you're genuinely using Corvus and you are using his ability to get mana and you're using his spells, it's just like, why? Use another hero. The game doesn't have to be this hard and difficult. I feel like you're just giving yourself more work. And I know he makes some expert maps like more achievable and stuff, but overall, I mean, you call me a casual, but I hate Corvus. I think he's the worst. And that will bring me into a hero that I actually really like. I like Silas a lot. I think he works really well in his niche, which is ice monkeys, slowing stuff down. Um, and ice monkeys are really good in this current update, 53. I know he did just get nerfed. The discount that he gives to tier 5 ices was uh, lowered, but I still think he's really good. His abilities are great. His support is great. His damage is good. He's useful in all stages of the game, so I think he is pretty fun to use. I don't know if I would put him up in goated. I think before I made this list, if I told myself I was putting Brickle in goated and Silas in fun to use, well, I don't know. I feel like I would have ranked Silas ahead of Brickle, but here I am. And that makes me think, do I want to put Silas in goated because he did just get nerfed? I think I'll put him in fun to use. I think fun to use is understandable for him. Uh, but yeah, he's a great hero. Um, and that's really all I have to say. He gets the job done and he makes it enjoyable in the process. So there you go. And last up, we have Rosalia. This is the newest hero in the game, I think, as I'm recording this. It's either Rosalia or Silas. I don't remember which one came out first because I wasn't playing the game at the time. But Rosalia, she's eh. Like, she buffs aces, I think, and helis, if I'm not mistaken. Um, she has different attacks. She has like a range that you can make her attack within. So a little bit micro intensive, but not terrible. I know she's good, but again, since I've come back to the game, I don't use her. I don't use her that much at all. And maybe I'll come to use her in the coming weeks or months and find out that I really like using her. But as of right now, she's just not my favorite. I don't have enough of a sample size with her, and I don't really know the full power of what she does, but I know she's pretty good. It's just in the time that I have used her, I haven't been impressed. So there we go. That is my official list of heroes in BTD6. All things considered, I thought that I would hate some of the heroes a little bit more, like Fusty and Azili. Maybe a couple years ago, I would say that I hated them, but I know they all have their niche. Azili with late game. Honestly, no, I'm dropping Pat Fusty down. I really don't like it. I know the memes and he's iconic and stuff, but from a hero usability basis, I don't think there's anything to him. Like, just use any other hero and you'll be fine. Um, Even his Moab Squeeze, his level 10 ability, he just doesn't attack when he's in the middle of the animation. He only pops one balloon. So if he's like knocking back Moabs and BFBs and then you use him to suck in a BFB or a UMG, he's not going to be knocking back those Moabs anymore and they might get through. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Yeah, I don't like Pat Fusty at all. He's probably my least favorite hero. Um, Him and Corvus. So I think it's maybe fitting that Pat Fusty goes down here. I'm not a Pat Fusty enjoyer, so do with that as you will. But yeah, that's my official tier list. I think it's pretty accurate. I mean, there's things that I could move like up or down a tier. Um, but yeah, I am going to work on this account, trying to get it back to where it was, or I guess where I was before I lost my Twitch account. But this one's hooked up to an email and I can use it on my phone too, so it may be good for me in the long run, although it is a little bit of a step backwards. Um, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope this is enough content to maybe get you all through until the next Black Border video, but I'll probably diversify my content a little bit. Not only upload Black Border videos because eventually I'm going to Black Border them all and I'm going to have to figure out what else I want to upload. But thank you guys for watching and I will see you soon in the next video. Take care, guys. Peace.